Hi everyone. It is November 2nd, 2017, and I want to show you some things just to think about, which is quite interesting. Okay, Sarah Taylor, she is a Maoist. These people are following Chairman Mao Zedong of China, who killed 70 million people. And this is just unbelievable. So she is the leader of Antifa, Revolutionary Communist Party, refusefascism.org, World Can't Wait. And she's been, okay, right here it says, Wikipedia, she's been a vocal opponent of abortion regulation, free speech. She's an opponent of free speech. So that means you have to censor yourself, can't talk about anything, and you don't have a right to exist unless you want to exist according to their rules. And you can see a video of her talking about George Bush the same way she's talking about Trump. The Bush regime must go. The Bush regime does this. The Bush regime does that. Same exact thing. The Bush regime is fascist, etc., etc., etc. So that's Sarah Taylor. And the Revolutionary Communist Party is their leader is, the leader and founder, actually, leader and founder is Bob Avakian. And Bob Avakian is going to be speaking in at Berkeley in April. So Sarah Taylor will shut people down and just, you know, start talking, won't let anyone else talk. Yet she thinks she has free speech, but no one else does. So something is so wrong with this. Okay, so here is all of her activism. Okay, according to Taylor, she's a follower of the new synthesis on revolution and communism developed by Bob Avakian. So don't you find this strange that Bob Avakian is the leader of the Revolutionary Communist Party? Actually, it's the Maoist Revolutionary Communist Party, which it has organized all over the United States, and we've barely heard his name, but a lot of people know about him, and he is like a cult leader. So they have this other one, World Can't Wait, where they've had enough of the US invading countries and, doing all the wrong things that they've done. And I can see that people have a right to really object to this. However, what is this about no free speech? So are we going to be like China? Okay, I live in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is not like China. In China, there are things you cannot talk about. You can't even get YouTube in China. So is this what everybody wants for America? A Maoist America? Or maybe you just lined up and shot if you don't follow the party line. Anyway, pretty crazy. So here she is with her black and white protesting signs, shirts, and everything. Just no. Okay, this really shuts everything down when you say no. And I'll tell you why I say that. One time I participated in improv, and improv doesn't even work if you ever say the word no. You have to say yes. As soon as you say no, it just stops. Can't even go anywhere, make any jokes, or do anything, or play. So these people are really fascist. Okay, so there's Sunsara Taylor, a Maoist revolutionary Communist Party Bob Avakian follower, and a loudmouth. She can talk, but you can't. You know, something else I want to show you is, okay, these are just not in order here, but, and I'm not going to click on any links because if I click on some links, then the computer slows down. I'm not having really good luck with my computer, so I just want to show you these things. Okay, this organization is an Islamic organization which is banned in the Middle East. However, it's alive and well in America. Okay, they say it's an international pan-Islamist political organization. Political, it's a political party. Its ideology as Islam and its aim as the reestablishment of the Islamic Caliphate or Islamic State. Okay, they denounce ISIS. However, they don't allow idolatry, and they are Marxist and Leninist. See right here, Wikipedia. If you want to believe Wikipedia, they have Marxist-Leninists reported that at kindergarten. Okay, so they're in different countries in the world, and they are political. I had another link. I mean, I had another website open. This was an American research organization where they look into all these different um, ideologies, and they said that it was not political, and they were kind of wrong about it. They sort of minimized what this organization is all about. But what they want to do, okay, here's their website right here. What they want to do is change the thinking of non-believers in Islam, change the thinking completely, take over the whole world, and establish the caliphate. And, you know, as a Marxist-Leninist thought, they align totally with the Maoist Revolutionary Communist Party ideology of Sunsar Taylor and Bob Avakian. So if you look at their website, okay, see it says this, I'm not sure how to say their name at all, is a political party whose ideology is Islam. So politics is its work. It's a political party. And if you take the time to read this, they want to, well, let's just say if the Amir, the Islamic Amir, is that an Imam? I don't know. If they say so, like go out and do jihad, they will do it. They have to follow that. But although they say that they're nonviolent and everything, but if the time comes, then they will do what the Imam says. Okay, and they say they won't associate with other people, but I don't know, there's some other things in here. I read it a week or so ago in between getting a computer fix, so you know, you kind of lose your train of thought, but they would go together with other people. in order to fulfill their goal. Okay, so and in these words here, it does say somewhere they want to okay, let's see what this sentence says right here. As per the political struggle, it is manifested in the struggle against disbelieving imperialists to deliver the Ummah, I think that's the community, from their domination and to liberate her from the influence by uprooting their intellectual, cultural, political, economic, and military roots from all of the Muslim countries. And also in here they say it doesn't have to be a Muslim country where they accomplish their goals. It can be in any country. And remember, it is banned in some Middle Eastern countries like Indonesia, I think in Egypt. They don't like this group, but it's fully alive and well in America. Okay, the place where they work, they want it right until it's consolidated an Islamic State is established. The whole world is suitable location for the Islamic whatever. So these are the forces behind what's happening in America right now, and this force is in alignment with the Maoist Revolutionary Communist Party, Antifa. Same thing. And okay. Refutation of Marxist communism. Well, sometimes when people say they're not something, they are something. So I don't know, I have to look into that. And why do they even mention it? The party. So it's totally political. And all right, so this is just a brief overview. If anybody wants to look it up and read this for themselves, which they really should, so they know what is happening, because no one knows how many there are. Like the US government, they say this, okay? The government research organizations who keep tabs on these religious or political groups in America, it says they don't know what their numbers are, and they operate in cells. And if they operate in cells, they're ready. You know, they the Islamic way is to get into America, by their time, get into the schools, the government, and work there like for 10 years. And then when the time has come, you know, they can do whatever they want. So I don't know where regular Islam or certain factions of Islam stand with this one, but this one has an extreme goal. Okay, so yeah, I found different places here, but it takes a lot of time to isolate all these things. So I'm just giving you overviews, so hopefully you go look at it yourself. Okay, Bob Avakian, okay, he's the cult leader. He's the revolutionary. He wrote a book down here. It's called Away with All Gods. Okay, that means they don't want you to believe in God either. And you know, you have to hide Bible studies, and you have to hide Bibles in China. And Chairman Mao was, as I mentioned, one of the worst killers in the history of the world. And his minions said, oh, you know, people are dying out in the countryside by the thousands. And he's like, oh, okay. Who cares? They had to, they had to get the job done. Scary. How Maoists are like Scientologists. See, it's a cult. Behind the cult of Bob Avakian. How did these guys get rooted into the American society, and then they're having this? Why are people falling for it? Young people. So Sunsara Taylor spoke in 2007 against the Bush regime, so that's 10 years ago. And what they've been teaching kids now for the past 10 years, okay, if those kids were 10 and they're in school and they're getting indoctrinated somehow, they're 20 years old now. And these are the ones that are in school. Maoism. Essential features. Difference between Marxism and Maoism. Okay, the proletariat revolution, and then Maoism believes of a revolution of what? Well, I better check this. Okay, Marxism and Maoism are two kinds of political thoughts with some difference between them. Marxism aims at bringing about a state wherein there is a equality between the rich and the poor. It is a kind of political ideology based on the dogmas laid down by Karl Marx. Maoism, on the other hand, is also known by the name of Mao Zedong thought. Mao Zedong was the Chinese leader who came up with this ideology. Actually, Mao Zedong wanted his country, China, to see a proletariat revolution to change this society at the time. He could not use Marxism, as it was in China that had a huge population of farmers. So he made some changes in the theory that would agree with the conditions of China. This ideology is Maoism. So anyway, it could be bad for everyone. Okay, so it was just tailored to China. Marxism tailored to China. Okay, now let's see what else did I look up here. Mao Zedong, sacred symbol and bloodiest mass killer. Madman who starved 60 million people to death. So Sarah Taylor is a Maoist, and Antifa is falling under the heading of Maoist Revolutionary Communist Party. So do people want a Maoist America? Do people want America to have to be under this ideology of Maoism? Mao and terror. Okay, it could happen. All right. Thanks for watching this video. Look into these things for yourself, okay? That Islamic group, Maoism, Marxism, Sunsara Taylor, Bob Avakian. This is, people have to know it. This is what America is turning into. Her. And it's not black and white just for no reason. It's not colorful, fun, or loving, or anything. Just shutting down everyone and everything. She's got some problems. Okay, thanks for watching. God bless. She doesn't have God, that's one thing. And God will be banned because they don't want God. And that's the book that Bob Avakian wrote. Away with all gods. You're gonna, God will be a thought crime. So, believers in Jesus Christ of Nazareth know this. We know it's coming, right? If you deny Christ, you'll have to lose your head. And gladly is what I say. Okay, God bless everyone. Catch you later.